Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork, and today we're going to be using the resistance band. So, any band will typically work here. Just be mindful that not all bands are created equal. They have different types of resistance, like medium and heavy. I'm using a medium band today, but you can certainly use light or heavy depending on your own body's needs and the type of the workout that you're seeking. So, put that to the side here. I've also got my little pad here for lumbar support when we do roll downs and roll ups. So if you need one of that, something like that, you can bring that in. Otherwise, you should not need anything else today, maybe knee cushion if you want that. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, nice tall posture, and I'll sit sideways here. Good. So you want to sit tall, but you want the natural curvature of the low back. So I'm not trying to flatten that out, but I am trying to engage my core as my ears, my shoulders, and my hips are in this alignment. And then as I relax my shoulders, just breathing and expanding. Good, so that's the alignment that we're looking for here. And focus on what's the word I'm looking for? Expansion of the rib cage, an expansion of the rib cage as you inhale. Now, if you're not sure if you're doing that, you can actually use the band to help you. You can take your band, you want it flat, you want it to come around the low part of the rib cage here. Good, just like this. You have equal parts out here. Good. And then I'm just gonna lightly hold my band. I'm not gonna tug on it or anything, just enough for it not to move. And then as I inhale, I want to press that band out with my rib cage. So you should kind of feel that expansion and that give if you're not sure. And inhale. And one more time. Good. Okay. So I'm going to use this band now to help stretch. I'm going to thread it between my pointer and my thumb. We're going to take this band up. Good. And I'm just going to kind of come over for right now, just finding the side stretch. Long top arm, breathing and expanding. And I want to avoid this forward collapse. I want to be nice and wide as much as possible. Good. Now we'll come back up. We'll do that same thing on the other side. Breathing, expanding. And coming back. Good. Take a little bit of a wider grip on your band. And we're going to take that over. This time we're going to take the hand all the way down. So this is my left hand. I'm going to take it all the way down. For some of you, this might be enough. Others might give it just a little bit of a tug here. Find what you need. And again, if you want something a little bit more, you can take that opening at the back. And coming back center and coming back up. Good. I'm just going to choke in just a little bit on the side. Good. And then from here, taking that to the other side. Good. Using my hands to stabilize. You can stay here. You can press up into it a little bit. This is a pretty good stretch for me on this side. So I'm just going to stay right here. You can also open it up to the back as well if that's what your body needs. And when ready, good. Carefully coming up. Good. You can choke up on this just a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's fold this in half. Let's fold this in half. We'll hold both ends. Good. That's what I want. We'll lift up. We'll rotate. Press those arms down, rolling shoulders back. Good. So it's a little bit of a tug of the band here, but nothing too extreme. And always exhale out the mouth of it. And then we'll lift up and come center and go to the other side and pull down This is my tighter side today. Breathing and expanding, relaxing the shoulders. And then from here, we'll come up and come together. Good. So I'm going to put this to the side. We're going to come back to it in a moment. Let's continue to loosen up a little bit. Let's go into some cat-cow. So for that, we're going to go to all fours. And this can also be done on forearms or forearms on yoga blocks if you've got those. So I'm going to spread my fingers nice and wide, reading through the knuckles of the pinky, pointer, and thumb. My tops of the feet are going to come down. Knees are going to be under the hips or slightly wider. You choose. Belly button is in. Good. As you inhale, chest is going to come forward, pelvis is going to tilt back. And exhale, and we're going to round, looking towards the thigh. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Now, this is a nice one to do if you want something more gentle. I'm going to take the dynamic cat-cow flow from yoga and bring that in here too to further warm up the upper body just a little bit. So to do that one, we'll inhale on the cow. Exhale as you round through cat. Sink back, little child's pose. Inhale, forearms drop to the floor. Shifting forward, it's a baby push-up, elbows into the body as you come up into that cow pose. Good, so put it round. And take it back, elbows down, shifting forward. Good, and let's do one more of those. Round, come back, child's pose. Forearms come to the floor, shifting forward, elbows are into the side of the body as you come up. Good, and then from here, we're just gonna come onto our back. You have your band handy. And we're gonna go into some pelvic tilts and clocks here before we bring the band back in. So my feet are hip width apart. They're not too close or too far away from the glutes. My arms can be to the side. I'm gonna zip up that front body and I'm in a neutral position with my pelvis. So my tailbone is heavy and anchored, my low rib cage is heavy and anchored, and I'm wide through the collarbone. You may or may not have a little bit of space on the low back. From here, as I zip up that center line, I'm going to take the pubic bone towards the face. So I'm rocking it back, closing any space that I may have under there. That's your posterior tilt. And then as I inhale, I'm going to take that forward, maybe a little bit of an arch, but not so much that it hurts the back. That's your anterior tilt. And we'll just rock that back. And forward. And posterior. And anterior. And one more time. All right. So from here, I'm going to zip up nice and tight. This is a very tight connected circle. This is deep transverse abdominis work. It's right below the navel. So we're going to take it into a clock. We're going to go clockwise and then counterclockwise. So zipping up nice and tight, and envision like you've got a clock here. So you're kind of sitting behind a clock. So your belly button is 12. The pubic bone can be 6. Your left side can be your 3. And your right side can be the 9. So I'm going to zip up and in. Then I'm going to take it to 12. Then now I'm going to take it to the 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. Pause. We're going to reverse that order now. So now go to the 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12. Rock forward and back, knees into the chest, rock, rock. So we're going to do a little bit of a different warm up here, not just for the legs, but for the core. We're going to take the band, and we're going to take the bands. We'll start on the left side. We're going to take the band around the left leg. You want that band to be relatively flat here. Good. And then you can just cross your band. Good. And then you're just gonna hold up, maybe a little bit evenness in the band first. It doesn't have to be perfectly flat, but relatively flat. Good. That one even. Good. So I'm gonna pull the band to the side. I'm gonna anchor down with my hands. And I'm gonna zip up here. So now this leg is in tabletop. I'm just gonna use that to get a little subtle circle movement here. And you can always choke up a little bit on the band if you want something a little bit more. Just make sure we don't, the goal here is not to squeeze the thigh. Just controlling that movement with the core. Good. And then other direction. Stay with the breath. Stay nice and connected. And then when you're ready, we're going to take that to the other side. Also, lots of moving parts here. You've got a little bit of warm up in the thigh. You've got the core warm up. You've got the upper body warm up. Lots of things at the same time. Oh, back up here. My band does not want to stay in my hand. Good. So make sure that you're even in your band before you cross. Good. And then once you're ready, good. Find your anchor, find your tautness. When you're ready, good. We're zipped up in that front body. Take some circles here. Use those core control muscles to control this movement. This is also a little bit deeper core work here. And then let's reverse that. I haven't done this exercise in a long, long time. I don't know if I have taught it or not, but it's a good one. So when you're ready, good. We'll undo and undo your band. Keep your band. We're going to bridge with this band. So for this first one, you can just take the band right across the lower hips here, and you don't have to hold on to it. It's just going to be in place. So feet parallel, hip width apart, rolling the shoulders back. Let's go right into an articulation. So rocking the pelvis back through that posterior tilt, through the lumbar, through the rib cage, up to the mid back. And then we're going to lower from the mid back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, through the sacrum, and back to neutral. We'll do that one more time and add on. Rocking back through the sacrum, through the lumbar, through the rib cage, up to the mid back, and lowering from the mid back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, through the sacrum. Good. And relax. Now, band is where it should be. Good. I'm just going to kind of hold it down here a little bit. I want a little bit of flex, but not a whole lot. Arms are by my side, and we're going to take that again. Rocking the pelvis back, peeling up bone by bone. Now you've got the resistance of the band as you come up. And then we're going to lower with that control from the mid back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, through the tailbone, and back to the sacrum. And we'll go again, and we'll rock it back, peeling it up, bone by bone, and rolling it down from the mid back, bone by bone. Good. Take your band, bring the knees into the chest, take a little bit of a break there. And then from here, I'm going to take a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and I'm going to take my feet back down. We're going to work on a little bit of scapular mobility. So just a little bit of a press into the band to the side, drawing up and in. We're going to take it back. Now, what you're trying to do here when you take your arms back, let's not let the rib cage pop up. So the low rib cage is still heavy and connected to your mat, and move forward. And we'll take it back and forward and back and forward. Now, let's just take the arms up here, take the knees into tabletop one at a time. Let's add some legs into this. As we take the arms back, the legs are going to go back. Arms are going to come all the way back. Legs are going to go to where you're in control. And then we're going to bend the knees and come back up. And we'll take that back. Yes, some more core work here. And forward. And reach. And come back. And remember how this feels, because we're going to put this into play in a different way a little bit later. And come back in. Good. And bring those feet down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Let's go into just a real quick supine twist before we come into some other work. So knees in tabletop position. Just take those knees over to the left. Looking to the right. Right shoulder is grounded. Breathing and expanding. And what's ready, head back to center, one leg at a time. And we'll come back over. Good. Looking towards the left, knees to the right. Breathe and expand. And what's ready, we'll take the head back to center, one leg at a time, or using the abs to bring both in. Good. So I'm going to keep my knees in a tabletop position here. And I'm going to take a little bit of a wider than shoulder width apart grip. And you can always keep the feet on the forehead if you like. We're going to take this into some chest lifts. So I want it just a little bit of a tug onto my band. Big inhale. Exhale as I chest lift up. I'm reaching. I want to reach over those knees and come up and lower back down with control. Inhale. Exhale. Nod the chin. Lift and reach. Maybe even a little bit of a tug this time. Coming up and lowering down. We'll do that again. Big inhale. Exhale. Maybe a tap. Maybe a tug. And coming down. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Curve it up. Reaching up. Tap and tug. Good. Now, as you come down, we're going to prepare for the hundreds. Always free to do this without the band if you don't want to, but I'll give you some different options with the band. So tabletop legs, good. You can come up and rest it here and be here. You just, don't want to be doing this. So be mindful as to where you are here. You can take your feet into this band. Good. So choose if you're going to do parallel or Pilates be here. You can stay like that. You can even wrap it. Wrapping it this way is going to give you a little bit more upper body challenge here. So you just kind of find it where you need to find it. And there's different wraps and different ways you can do it, but these are the ones that are easiest and best for me. So from here, when you're ready, I'm going to inhale, exhale. I'm going to C-curve up. I'm taking my legs long. My arms are still long, and I'm going to start pumping. And I inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the chest higher. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach deeper. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift the chest higher, reach deeper through the arms, and take that down. Woo! That was challenging. Rock, rock, side to side. You can remove that band. We are going to take this now into some roll-ups and roll down. And I'm going to start this with a roll-up. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab my little lumbar support here. Place that right under my lumbar spine. Okay. Remember, knees can always be bent here, zipping up nice and tight through the front body. Arms are up. Big inhale. Exhale, nodding the chin. Look towards those feet and legs. Reach, reach, reach. Good. And come all the way forward if you can. We're coming upright. Now you can also incorporate the band here if you want something a little extra. Making sure the band is flat around the feet. And you can roll down with your band. Good. And roll up with the band. So to roll up with the band, because your arms aren't towards the ceiling, inhale, exhale, nodding the chin. Coming back up. Good. And we'll take that again. Good. If you want to scoop in that belly button as you roll down, inhale, exhale. Good. I'm just going to kind of a little bit of a tug here. Let's do that one more time. I'm just going to reach. Inhale, exhale. Oh, come on. I'm getting tired. So this is getting a little harder for me. As far as the why I'm getting tired is because I've done this many times already. We did this in my yoga class this morning. That's why. So my back and my abs are pretty fried. So from here, let's roll back down. Okay. Now we're going to go to a hamstring stretch next. And I use my band on my roll up. So I'm just going to leave that band there. I'm going to remove my lumbar support from my low back. Good. So I've got my band into my right foot. We'll start on that side. Left leg can be bent or extended long. Good. Find a grip that's appropriate for your body and bring that into the face. You can even, kind of change how you're gripping. I like to come down a little bit and then pull back sometimes. That's not appropriate for everyone. Just kind of find yours, keeping a micro bend in that knee. Breathing and expanding. Good. And then we'll release. Good. Let's take both bands into the right hand. Find that center line. Good. And you're just going to let that leg go out to the side. And you can kind of wiggle around to see where it is that you need to be. I'm just going to give mine a little bit of a tug here towards the shoulder. Left hip, that other side stays grounded. Grounded. Come back up. Good. We'll switch out the hands. We'll get that nice outer hip stretch. Wiggle around here. Find it where you need to find it here. You can also put a bend in the knee here if that's what your body needs today. And we'll come back up. Good. So going into the circles, we're going to keep these nice and small today. So you want to find a grip where you can pull straight down so your elbows are on the floor and the belly button is in. Good. And then let's take this 6 times. We're just going to go 6. Belly button's in nice and tight. 5. Deep abdominal work. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And we'll reverse. 6. 5. 4. Whoops. That's my bad. Watch that band. 3. 2. And 1. Glad I have my wits about me so that didn't snap and hit me in the face. Good. And then from here, you can just do that mid-air switcheroo. Make sure the band is flat, or as flat as you can get it. Good. Right knee can be bent or extended long. And then from here, find the grip that's appropriate for you on the side. So what you did on this side might not be what you need on the other side. So I'm just going to take that here. Good. Get some nice breath in here. And we'll release both bands into the left hand. Right hip's going to stay grounded the whole time. Taking that out to the side. Wiggle around, find your best spot. You might have to change your grip also to find your best spot. And we'll take that back up, switching out the legs, arcing over, nice little outer hip stretch. My tighter side, for sure. So once you're ready, it will come back up. Good. Find the grip placement where you need, pulling straight down. We're going to take those little circles now on the side. We're going to do 6 smaller ones in both directions. So belly button is in, and we'll go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. And then once you're ready, you can remove that foot. Good. Roll over to your side and come up to the seat. From the seat, good. We're going to go right into Sol series, and we're going to do that with the band. So I'm going to come back up here as I take my legs as wide as my mat. I'm going to fold my band in half here. Good. Okay. So I'm holding my band. I'm reaching forward, spine stretch forward, spine stretch forward. From the crown to the tail, I'm going to tuck. Good. Rounding, another way to think about it is that you're kind of folding over a beach ball. Good. And I'm got a little bit of a tug on that band as well. And from the tailbone, I'm going to stack bone by bone, coming all the way up to my tall seat. Good. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll stack. So you could do this quicker. I like to do it slower because then I feel all the feels a little bit better. And for me, going slower is actually more challenging than going faster. I feel like I'm in better form when I go slower versus faster, and therefore the exercise is more effective. And round and come all the way back up. Good. From here, I'm going to undo that. We're going to come nice and wide. We're going to come to the side bends here. So from here, both hips stay on the ground. As I go over to the left, I'm reaching, coming up and to the right. And center and left. And right. And one more time. To the left. And to the right. Good. From here, we'll take that into rotation. So I'm just going to keep holding this right where I've got it. I'm going to rotate to the left, nice and tall spine, and back center. To the right, and center. To the left, center, right, center. One more time. Left, center, right, center. Relax the arms for a minute. We're going to take this into full Sol. We'll use the band for that. So same grip that you just had, reaching forward. Good. From here, I'm going to go to my right. Left hand's going to come down. I'm going to round and reach. Let's get a stretchy. This is going to come across the chest, not across the throat. And then come back forward and back to center. And we'll rotate and we'll anchor, reach and round. Come back up and stretch. Coming back down. And back to center. One more time each side. And we'll rotate to the left. Anchor. Reach and round towards that pinky toe. Coming back up across the chest and open. And coming back and reach. And back to center. And we'll rotate. And we'll anchor. We're going to round and reach and lengthen. And come back up and rotate. And come back down. And back to center. Good. Give that all a little bit of a shake. We're going to take a roll down to the floor. Keep your band. We're going to take this into series of 5. And then we're going to go back to that little principle like we did in the beginning of class. Only we're going to do that a little bit of a different way. So from here, we'll go right into single leg stretch. Knees in tabletop. Inhale. Exhale coming up. Right knee. Left leg long. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. Bring that down. Legs come up. Reach it back up. Good. I'm going to start on the other side. Single straight leg stretch. Pulse, pulse, switch. 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 And take that down. All right. Double leg stretch. I'm going to come to a Pilates V for this one. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Watch that pelvis. Don't let it rock. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And taking that down. Double straight leg stretch. Legs are up, parallel or Pilates V. Upper body grounded. We're in the C curve again. Watch the pelvis. Make sure it doesn't rock forward and back. So adjust your range. And here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And bring that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Last one, everybody's favorite crisscross. Taking hands behind the head, knees in tabletop positions. Remember, hips stay grounded. Rotation is from the waist. And you're leading with the shoulder, not the elbow. So elbows are going to stay wide here. And then once you're ready, big inhale, exhale, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, and bring that down. Woo! All right. So here's what we're going to do here. This is upper and lower body. We're going to start this first one with the back on the ground. And then if you want more challenge, you can come into a C curve. But I'm going to take my feet here and I'm going to take them in a Pilates V, And I want my feet to kind of be hanging out of the band here. So my balls of the feet are in the band. And I've got equal part band on each side. So for this first one here, good. We're going to kind of find a grip, and I'm going to recommend coming to the edge, and we'll see why here in a moment. So from here, as you push your legs forward, you're going to push your arms back, okay? And then you're controlling that when you come back in. It's like an overhead press. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Now, you may change your grip here. Good. I'm going to C curve this up. Good. And I'm going to keep my elbows right here. When I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, here's the hard part here. Okay. Lift up, straight up, and come down. And 2, woo, 3, I can't even get it all the way up there. 4, 5, and sit. Woo. Taking that down and do that band. Wiggle, 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 side to side. Woo. Lots of challenge there. Good. So shake it, shake it, shake it. Let's roll like a ball here. So from here coming up, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Coming all the way up. Good. Okay, now we're going to do some seated work with band. Take your band around the feet. And your feet don't have to be as wide as your mat on this one. We're just going to come into some biceps, triceps, and some rowing. So you can always, choke up. You can wrap your bands around the hands. It's really, whatever it is that you need. Keep the knees a little soft here if you need that. Palms are going to turn towards the ceiling, and we're going to bicep curl. So we're going to go 1 and control. 2, 3, and 4. Now, if you want a little bit more core work, take a long back. Good. And we'll go again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. While we're here, we'll take the long back if you're not already there. Turn the palms towards the floor, and we're going to open. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take that into a twist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come all the way up. Good. Choke up as needed here. Good. I'm going to pull straight back. I'm going to lean forward with the long back, and from the elbow, we'll get the triceps. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Take a pause. Good. Now last 4. Good. Go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Let's come onto our belly. Take the band with you. So from here, I'm going to take this band around the back, right around the rib cage. So right around where we had it in the beginning, where we were practicing with breath. It doesn't have to be flat here per se. And then I'm going to take my bands forward here. So just get a little wiggle, wiggle, get comfortable with where you need to be. Good. And then from here, good, I'm going to take my hands a little forward into the side of the shoulders. So be mindful of the grip that you need. And then rolling shoulders back, belly button is in. That maybe you find a little bit of a swan, or maybe you keep going higher. So you've got a little bit of resistance with that band. Good. And now you want to control it as you come all the way back down. Inhale. Now, for me personally, I like to inhale most of the time when I come up into extension, but some people do better when they exhale there. So do the breathing pattern that works best for your body in the moment. And it might mostly be one thing, but it might need to change a little bit today. And we'll come back down. Good. From here, I'm going to release this band. We're actually going to be done with this band. I'm going to put that to the side. Let's get a little quad stretch while we're down here. I'm going to bend my right knee, reaching around, maybe grabbing it. You can use your band if you can't quite reach. This might be enough for some people. I'm going to reach from the hip to the knee, giving myself just a little bit more of a quad stretch here. And then we'll release. We'll take that to the other side. Left knee's going to bend. Reach around and grab it. You can use your band. You can stay there or reach from hip to knee. And we'll gently release. And we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Hands under the shoulders. Press back. Find a child's pose. When you're ready, we're going to come to all fours and you determine how you want to do your plank here. So you can do your plank kind of walking forward, keeping the knees down behind you. You can lift the legs if you want to. I like to keep mine down. Or you can come to a high plank. You can also take a forearm plank if you would like. I'm going to take the high plank. Tuck the toes, lifting up, pressing back through the heels. Good. Finding that length in the torso. Let's take this 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, child pose. We're going to add on to that plank the next time. Once ready, coming back, forearm plank or come up high, find your plank. Good. Now from here, really zip up and in. We're going to tap the right leg to the right and bring it back in. And left. Right, left. Right, left, right, left. Come back here. Yeah, we're still here. Push away from the floor. Right leg lifts, hold. Right leg lowers. Left leg lifts, hold. We're coming down after this, I promise. And take it down. Child's pose. Now, yes, we've got push-up. Different things for different people. You can come up into a high plank and do your push-up. You can do a knee down push-up like this, which is what I'm going to choose today. Or you can always come to all fours push-up and do that from here. That's going to be the easiest. Wherever you're going, kind of turn everything inward just a little bit. Elbows are going to come out to the side. I'm going to come out just a little bit here. Good. Zip up that core. Zip up the core. And when you're ready, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take that back. Child's pose. Whew. I think it may be time for some seated mermaids. Get another little stretchy here before we go. So coming to a seat. Good. You can sit with both feet in one direction, kind of like this, or you can take a Z position. Sitting how you need to sit. Before we take this, take your arms out to the side. Right arm is going to come across from the left to give yourself a nice little hug. You can also do a little wrap here, just kind of find a nice little stretch in the shoulders. Taking the arms out to the side, turning the palms behind you. There's your bicep stretch. Coming up, big inhale. Exhale, taking it over. Reach, 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 reach. If it's safe for you to do so from here, from that length, you can rotate. Opening up to the side, moving through center. We'll counter stretch that over. And once you're ready, coming back up, we're going to take the feet to the other side. So you can lift them, just come like this over here, or find a Z. Try to do the same thing that you did on the other side. So from here, taking arms out, this time left arm on top of the right. You can hug yourself or wrap, finding shoulder stretch over here. And then we'll undo, taking the arms up, hands together, bending the elbows, hands straight back, tricep stretch. And when you're ready, good. We'll take the arms out, taking it over, reaching, reaching, reaching. If it's safe for you to do so and you want to take that rotation, you can take it. You want to twist from the length. Good. And opening up, moving through center, taking it over. And coming back to center. Thank you so much for practicing with me, Pilates Matwork today with the band. Hope you had a fabulous, fabulous, strong practice. I hope to see you again really soon. Bye bye.